And those of you who have followed me on my Viking adventures know that I have used this Firebowl for a long time. This Firebowl is from Yuko, the same company that makes lanterns, and it's a good setup. But two things. First, these flaps are very, you can see they're not sturdy enough. Plus, when I pack it down, it's compact, but not that compact. So I tried to figure it out to make a new Firebowl for this little tripod. And before I do that, I'll show you in detail this tripod, how I made it. It's not difficult to make this tripod. You can see it's 3 pieces of tubes. I chose brass because I love brass. And they are, let me see if I measure it, approximately 33 centimeters. So and the trick is to get this one done, this one in the middle. Can you see how it's attached? And I made such one, a template first, a triangle. You can see that it can be bent down like this. You get the picture? So this little triangle is this one that are sitting in here, and on these ends the tubes are secured with some screws. And I used this for a long time, but then it was a little bit low, so I made a ring for it, so that when I put this on, it won't be as low as before. And this is not easy neither, but So now I have my little tripod that I can put this one over. But as I said before, I was planning of making a new Firebowl. And first I come up with this solution. It's rounded, and the principle is you secure it like this. Can you see this? Have these holes and these screws, and then I just put it in this. And then it's fastened. And then I take this tripod, put it over here. You can see that is okay, but I made this one too. I put this inside so that there could come air up from beneath. And it's okay, but it's still not so compact as I want it to be. This could probably work, but then I decided to change the design. So I experimented a bit with some templates and came up with this. This one. And you can see in details how it's made. Here is 2 kind of hooks, and here's 2 where they can go into. And when I make 3 of these, I got a design like this. And I think it was a good design. I like it. And then I had to find out how I could transfer this into a piece of metal. And this is how I did that. I have an iron plate here, and then I take some tape that you use when you are painting indoor or outdoors. And then I take the templates, put it over here, and mark it where it's going to be. This is just for show, so you can see how I can transfer this template into a piece of metal. You can see here. And then I bought such a one, a scissor that can cut in metal. And then I just have to cut it out very precisely. And if you're not so precise, you can cut it a little bit further out and then clean it with a file. But this is how I made this. It's not that difficult. Yeah, and I believe this is 1.5 millimeter thick iron plate that is galvanized. I don't know if that's the right word in English, but it has the treatment. And before I paint it with my special paint, the heat resistant paint, I use some sandpaper to scratch the surface so that the paint will go in and be better attached. And the most tricky part was actually to make these, I don't know if you call it a slot, what the others are going into. So again, I experimented a bit and found this solution. I used my little power tool. I have a Dremel, and on here I have a little thing that can cut in metal. So I started up. And then for the rest, a little file here. That I can put in. Yeah, and then manually make this one so that the iron can come in. And this little one is exactly the right size. So I just have to do this until it fits my little hooks on the other side. Hope you get the picture there. Yeah. And then I got these three pieces that I painted with some spray paint that is can take the heat, use it for chimneys and so on. And I'm not sure that every piece is exactly the same, so I decided to adapt it so it could fit. So in here, you see there's one hole there, and two holes there, and three holes there. So I take the one with the one hole here and find the other one, and then I put them together. Yeah. And this one has three holes and three holes. I think you get the picture. And the last one is a little bit difficult, so, but yeah. And then I made a little fireball here. And of course, I had to make something in the middle So I made this little template that became into this, and I decided not to paint this because I think it would look cool if this one was not painted. Hope you like it too. So this is the results. Yeah. And how does it look on the tripod? Yeah. It looks pretty cool. And these one can lean up of the tubes, and it can hold in place, because I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little angle here that can be hold on, so it won't fall down easily. So this is how it looks when it's finished. And now I'm going to try it first time with fire in. So I hope that the construction will hold and that these metal things won't wobble too much. So yeah, I'll find out. And one last thing, these 3 templates for making this Firebowl, I'll put on my website. Link in the video description.